Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. We have 14 homes in today's list, and it should be a good episode. And I ran into a very well-respected colleague, Sandy Del Papa, today. And Sandy's been in the business a very long time. One of the first agents I met when I came to town. And anyway, we were talking about two things that really stood out in my mind. Number one is the lack of options for the baby boomer senior population. We're going to talk about that with the first two properties today, but it's something that the wave is coming, and especially in the next 5 or 10 years when the baby boomers really start to dig their heels in and look for properties, it's going to be hard for builders to ignore, even though possibly the most profitable thing to build is townhouses. It's not what people are looking for, and it's becoming a big demographic. The second thing is to not just think about the home. And I know on Daily Homes we give you a context of, the value for the size or the neighborhood or things to watch out for, zoning wise and things like that. But I think it's important. We all want a sense of belonging in some form or fashion. We want our home to represent a set of values for us, and so when you're looking at the home, I mean, neighbors can change, we know that, but when you're looking at the home, really pay attention to what's around you and the people that are around you. Look in the backyards of the neighbors. Do they take care of their homes? For a lot of people, that's an important thing. Do my neighbors take good care of their properties? Talk to people, walk around. I remember walking on my street 5 or 6 times before I actually bought the house. And I know in today's market, it's very difficult to do that when, properties are selling in 24 hours in some cases. But anyway, just take that for what it's worth, is that pay attention to what's around you, because I think your long-term happiness is really a function of your sense of belonging in the community that you're at. I mean, unless you're somebody who just coops up in the house and doesn't care about that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's get started with today's episode. So first two in today's episode are really, I guess, two of the only options for seniors. There's 100 Millside Green Life is another popular option for seniors in town. And so this building was built in the 90s. I think it's been really well kept. The fees are a little bit higher, but they also include heat, hydro, cable. You've got a pool in this building, so at least you see your money's going towards something. And another thing Sandy and I talked about at the office was the drastic difference in units on the top levels of this building compared to the lower levels. And so I really like this one. It's a great layout. It's it's about 1,300 square feet. It's the open in the corner, and 2-bedroom, 2-washroom. It's a nice, size-wise, it's an easier transition for most people to jump into about a 1,200 or 1,300 square foot condo versus, an 800 square foot bungalow like you'd find on Kingsley Court or something like that. So anyway, I think the price is good. I think it's occupying that nice little niche. It's got good forest views, but I think it's not as high as some of the other, like an Oban, I think on the 13th floor or something like that, sold at the end of last year, I think $360 or something. So hey, you know what? Save a bit of money, be a little lower down, and it's all good. Love that front shot too, because that shows the proximity to the iconic mill pond and the gazebo and everything else, and just go right around the corner, you're right on Main Street. Okay, next one up is Centennial Forest, and it's already sold conditional. We're talking fast, like, one day kind of thing. This area is another option for seniors, and there's not that many homes in here, and everybody wants the double garage with green space, of which I could count on 2 hands, the number of those. Anyway, the single car garage, it has the green space criteria. I like the way they punched in a bit of blue color on this one. And I believe it's also wheelchair accessible, and which is a good thing. I saw an agent one time who put a little wheelchair logo right in the corner of the first picture on the listing, and I thought that was brilliant. And whenever we have a wheelchair accessible or a disability friendly home, I'd like to put that there, because instantly someone who's searching for homes It stands out if you're looking at a list of homes, and it's also something that has immediate meaning to somebody who has that criteria. So anyway, $499 was a great price. We've seen what else is sold in here. Yeah, I'm not surprised it sold pretty quick, but again, not many options. The only other options that a senior would want is another condo building, or they'd have to go into, you know, an area with bungalows with larger lots built in the 50s and 60s, and in some cases that sense of community isn't there like it is here, or a condo. Now, a couple funny words in today's video, and we always like to point those out. So a raised ranch semi is a combination of a few different styles that really don't belong together. So I thought that was interesting. That was for the one on 731 Milton Brook. And then we've got this one at 78 Commercial. I talked to the agent today. I was hoping to stop by because it's such a unique property. So what's unique about this one is it's on Commercial Street. We talked about the one on Commercial, just, you know, 1 or 2 doors away from this one. Floodplain, it's got that criteria, so it's a little tough to kind of develop, and you've got to Colin Best just sent me an email on the weekend talking about what you've got to do if you're building anything new. Is you basically can't have any doors or windows within a meter of the ground. You've got to put everything up a little bit. And but anyway, let me go back to this one. Check the link for photos. I think they're probably going to be loaded tomorrow, but it's a duplex, so you can actually have 2 separate living areas on one property, and that's fantastic because here's another thing that seniors want to do is they want to be close to kids and grandkids, and so this would potentially allow for that. And a lot of people don't want to be down in a grungy basement. They can have their own living space, their own kitchen, and above grade, no stairs, which is awesome. So a duplex bungalow makes it even more interesting and unique. Like I said, I don't have pictures here, but I think for a 2-family living, even a brother and sister, this can fill a lot of different niches, and I'm really excited because we never see anything like this in daily homes. Now, 1479 Hawes might have the oddest description I've seen in a while. So ready? It is the Touchwood model. This is Touchwood in every sense. That is some good wood right there. That is the best wood that I have touched all year. What type of wood is that? It is phenomenal. 155 homes, 560. This is our listing, so it is an Arista Fleming model. It's just over 2,000 square feet, attached only by the garage. So bedrooms, living areas are not attached. So it's like a semi-plus, you know. It's something. It's about as close as you can be to a detached without being detached. 9-foot ceilings, very, very open concept main floor, separated really only by a fireplace. Otherwise, you've got a really long open space here. You've got your kind of stylish staircase, good looking kitchen with a center island. There's your powder room. Master ensuite's huge. There's big enough space in the master to have a little exercise area. It could be a little yoga area. It could even be a little office there if you do work from home. And then you've got 2 other bedrooms. Really nice open concept basement. There's a little nook here for the kids to play. And over on the other side is what some people call a European style laundry area. And you can see that, I mean, oftentimes kitchens don't have this many kind of larger pot drawers, and you have it in your laundry room, so you can put Christmas decorations. It could be a little hobby craft table here. You could put off-season clothes in here, so it really works. There's a cantina there too if you like to have cold storage for your food, or even just extra storage, period. And you've got a fully fenced backyard as well. So anyway, 560. This same model sold for around this price in the last 2 weeks, so we know it's priced pretty well. All right, Cousins Terra, $799. We have a Glenwood model, so it's about 2,600 square feet. It's a really nice looking home, and you can't, it's not easy to style a home this well. I think those are windows that we don't normally see in this model. Crown molding, pot lights, It's got a little bit of country, a little bit of modern. It's just a well-designed home. But I look at something like, we'll see the master bedroom. Like this, for example, is custom fit for that mirror. So when you buy something like this, you're going to look at that and go, what the heck am I going to put in that space that's going to fit that exact dimension? So that can be the problem sometimes with these homes, is when you take all their cool stuff out, then you go, okay, am I going to be able to put the same magic in with my stuff? And that's got a bedroom downstairs, stone and stucco exterior. It's got a really nice floor plan. The thing is about this, the same model sold further west, but it's the same model that Mattamy built, backing on a green space, and it's not a bad home. It's not as upgraded as this one, but they sold that one for $706 or something, like low sevens. And so this one, finished basement, is probably equivalent value to the green space. And then you say, does it have 100,000 extra in upgrades? It's nice, okay. It's just, but that's the battle that they're going to play. If an experienced, educated buyer looks at both of these, they're going to say, okay, well, you know, this and then yours, you know, why, right? I wish them luck. It's a beautiful house. So normally we'd talk about the two on Forbes because I think they're both nice. I did talk about the second one on Forbes in a previous episode when they were up in the 9s, and talked about when you get over 900,000, you got to have green space. And so this one on Peregrine is it's a little small for a home that normally sells in the 9s, but it's very nice, and it has the green space. Now, interestingly enough, a few months ago, they listed this one at, I think, $899, down. Price was at $859, but it did not have good marketing, and the photos were terrible. I looked at this one, and I thought, is this even the same house? I had to go back and check. That's much different. It's a model we don't see very often, and so what's nice about this, you got this kind of like split garage, like a his and hers garage, 50 by 90 foot lot. And like I said, the photos are so much better. This home presents itself much nicer than the previous listing. It says granite floors, and I don't know how accurate that is. If that's true, that's probably not a very cheap floor to put in. But yeah, you've got a nice range there. You've got your balcony off the second level, which is not easy to find. You'll find balconies on the front of the homes, but not oftentimes on the back. And yeah, this one presents so much better. Whether or not they get 9 is really just a question of, you know, is someone going to see the value in the upgrades? Because the size that usually in this price range, we're talking 3,500 square foot, not just over 3,000. So that's the size quality debate. So that's the list. Fun list. Hope you you got something out of it. And just remember today, when you walk past that desk or that piece of furniture, remember, wood is good. Have a great day.
The hand rubbed surface is a very, very rich, very desirable surface.